cool friend Jack? How is everyone? Have you ever thought what happens when you stop chasing someone and how it can really change your relationship? Today, we will discuss cool strategies. Step back for a moment. Let them realize what they have missed. This applies if your relationship is not going well. And this is also not about wanting to play games and the like, but it's about how you value yourself so they can see without you having to talk until foam comes out of his mouth. Have you ever seen someone who talks a lot? To the edge of her lips, there's white foam like that? I've seen it before when I was still in school, and that's it, my own teacher, unconsciously focused on the lesson material being delivered. Okay, continue. As quoted from the song lyrics, there are lyrics that are really touching. Give me a chance to miss you. Don't keep coming. So sometimes by stepping away a little. Just a little bit, yeah. Don't go too far. Later, your partner will look for another sex outside there. The point is by moving away a little, with the hope that this can make us more appreciated. This is not just about walking away, but how come you come back stronger and cooler? Just imagine, you stop giving attention and total focus to develop yourself. Not only does it make them miss you, but it also make yourself more confident and make them feel lost. Before we discuss further, try it. Imagine how it would feel if there are people who are usually always there in your life suddenly disappeared. Not because there is a problem, but you choose to focus on yourself. Do you think they will miss you? Or even look for a new gender out there? Well, keep in mind this isn't about disappearing forever, but give them space to feel the impact of your absence. Okay, let's get straight to it. How do the feelings and thoughts that arise with them when you stop chasing? Okay, let's discuss the first one, the endless silence. Maybe all this time you have always been the most diligent, who always chats first, makes plans, or asks for news first. But one day you decide to step back. You didn't text that morning? Don't invite to make plans, and suddenly the atmosphere becomes quiet. It feels like we are away from family for the first time. Whether traveling, working, go to college, or whatever. Surely we feel that something is missing or lacking, and it really feels like that. Well, this silence is not about nothing your message or presence, but it goes deeper. It's about the changes they feel when there is your presence suddenly changed. They may not have realized it before, but you are like a background dancer, which they consider to be normal. And now, when the dance stops, they started to wonder, what is wrong? Why didn't he contact you again? This surprise made them think, and the silence of the atmosphere is increasingly felt. You might start to think, but what if they don't care? What if my existence is not that important to them? Just relax. This is a reasonable concern, but that's where you can find out. If it turns out they don't care at all, is that true or not? So the relationship is not as meaningful as you think. But if they feel lost, they begin to understand how important your presence is to them. The surprise of the silence of this atmosphere could be a calling for them, make them aware. If during this time, they may be too much take you for granted. And from there, feelings of longing and appreciation began to grow. Okay, now the second one. That is, the sudden emergence of curiosity makes you disappear after they experienced endless silence because there is no you. Something interesting starts to happen, curiosity starts to grow. This curiosity is not just a question in the mind. Hey, Juliet, where have you been? Or, hey, Romeo, why didn't you contact me first? But it's more than that. They want to know what's happening in your world right now, when you are no longer in their world. When they are busy scrolling on their phones and suddenly realized, how many days has it been? Yeah, I haven't heard from Juliet. Or what is Romeo doing now? Is he okay? Maybe he has forgotten about me. Well, this curiosity can quickly change. Become a small obsession, where they start checking your social media, find out what you're up to, putting together the puzzle pieces to satisfy their immense curiosity. This curiosity is a sign that they see you differently. You were always there in the past. They don't need to think much about you. They know where you are. They know what you are doing. But now, when you take a step back, you become mysterious. There is an intrigue that attracts them to want to know more. This curiosity can make them think, can make them want to contact you again. Try connecting again and rediscover who you are now. In this process, they begin to see you not as the person they used to know, but as someone who continues to grow, getting more interesting as time goes by. So when this curiosity grows, you will see that your absence begins to speak, in a way that draws them back, even though you have stepped back. The mystery behind your absence, which makes them want to know more about what you are going through. Okay, a little advice, so he doesn't disappear again. When he contacts you again, the hard part is here. You have to find the right moment and tell him, if this is what you want, this is what you need in your relationship to talk in depth. And if he is serious about you, this should be acceptable. As long as you do your job too, not just demanding one side. When talking about news, I'm also busy with work, just like other adult boys, who are still bleeding through life. Even though I'm busy, I still make time for my partner. I'm busy working right now. I'll let you know when I have free time. And for you ladies, if your partner is busy, try to find other positive activities. Believe that you live your life with positive things which are fun, without completely depending on your partner's happiness. That's very attractive in the eyes of guys. Okay, let's move on to the third one, after endless silence and curiosity. Now we discuss the moment when they started to realize. When you are no longer around them, at first they might be normal. But over time, the feeling of loss becomes stronger. But over time, there was a feeling of loss that emerged. Not just because there is no chat or phone call from you, but because there is no you, your positive energy, your support. They started to feel the emptiness, like a puzzle that is missing an important piece. For everyday little things. From the way you listen to the jokes you share, they begin to realize that your presence is not just background, but something that enriches their lives. This awareness makes them reflect. Why did I think he was ordinary before? They start to understand that you are not just there, but you add something meaningful and not easily replaced. Your absence begins to speak for itself. Remind them of your irreplaceable value. This awareness could be strong enough to bring you back, this time with deeper appreciation. Now let's discuss point 4. Emptiness without your presence. After they realize how valuable you are, the emptiness you left behind is starting to be felt. It's not just about there being no more messages, but there is an empty space that can't be filled because you are no longer there. Imagine them going about their daily routine, but there is something different. The morning messages they usually receive from you are no longer there. Jokes that used to make you laugh now feel empty, and the comfort of knowing you are always there for communication is now gone. They now have to live their days without your support no longer. This emptiness is so deep because your presence brings warmth and connection that cannot be replaced. In your absence, they will feel a greater emptiness than ever before. Like entering a room that used to be bright and warm. Now it feels cold and dark. Well, that's when you were lost. They may try to fill the void with other activities or seek attention from others. But they know in their hearts, no one can replace your presence. This emptiness reminds me of something important, what they feel when they lose something that makes their lives better. So, when they start to feel the emptiness without you, your absence will continue to remind them every day about what is lost, the light and warmth that is no longer there. And in that emptiness, they realize that what they miss is not just anyone, but you as a classy individual. Now let's discuss the 5th thing they feel when you're not around. Unshakable regret. After the emptiness became more and more, suddenly regret began to appear. They realized that maybe all this time they haven't fully appreciated you, and now they really regret it. Just imagine they are sitting alone, remembering the moments with you. Suddenly all those memories come when you give attention. Support them or give them something they may have previously taken for granted. Now that you are no longer around, they start to think, if only I had been more attentive than before. This regret is not just a feeling of guilt, but it makes them more aware that they have let go of something valuable. It is you. They started to think, what if I had been more attentive to him before? Maybe everything would be different. This feeling is so piercing because they can no longer go back to the past to change what has happened. But this regret can make them change to return everything and try again. So when they start to regret, your absence will speak for itself, as if telling them, You should have appreciated me when you had the chance. And this could be an initiative. Make them want to try to improve the situation before it's too late. Now let's discuss point 6. The feeling of longing is getting stronger. After all the things explained above have appeared, now a deeper longing begins to grow. This is not just wanting to chat or meet again, but the feeling of longing is getting deeper and deeper. The more they think about you, the more they miss you. Not just your presence, but also everything that makes your relationship special. Just imagine how they live their days, but every little thing reminds them of you. Songs you often listen to together, or your favorite places, or the words you once said to him. All of this gradually builds up, creating a longing that is hard to ignore. Instead, the little things, the everyday interactions, what they miss the most. This feeling of longing is very strong because it grows in an empty space, which was previously filled by your connection. As time goes by, without news from you, this feeling is very strong. They realize that what they miss, not a person but you, with all the unique and personal things. This feeling of longing see your relationship from a different perspective. Appreciate things that were once missed. So as the feeling of longing grows, your absence begins to speak for itself. The feeling of longing, which cannot be ignored, makes them aware how much they miss everyone. Now let's discuss the 7th thing they might feel when you are not there. The mystery that drives them crazy. When you start to move away, they start to see things differently, full of mystery. You were always there. They know what you're going to do. But now, after you disappeared, you became an unpredictable figure. And that makes them even more curious. They don't know what you're doing anymore. No updates on your thoughts, plans, or ideas. You are not as predictive as before. And that makes them even more curious. They start to think, what are you doing? With whom? What do you do without them? This mystery will turn the situation around. It's no longer you who's chasing, but they who are starting to get curious and want to know more about you. So as this curiosity grows, your absence begins to speak for itself. This mystery makes them think about your life now and make them want to know more about you now. Okay, now let's discuss question 8. When you are no longer there, the appeal of independence. Once you are gone, they start to see you in a different light. You are no longer the person who is always there all the time. Now you are an independent person, strong and can walk alone. And believe me, this independence makes you attractive. They see you are not broken without them. Instead, you are growing more. Pursue your passion in life, enjoy life, and truly become the best version of yourself. This makes them think twice. You are not just the person they used to know, but now you have become stronger and more attractive without them. A person who doesn't need validation from others. To be happy is to have an attractive power. When they see you enjoying your life, they start to realize that you can be happy without them. This makes them regret not appreciating your strength from the start. And on the other hand, maybe they are even more interested. Your independence is an attraction. You exude confidence and assertiveness. They start to realize you can't stand alone, but can also shine on its own. And that makes it even more impossible for them to ignore. After all the drama, starting from the silence that makes you shocked, until they finally realize how valuable you are, then feel really lost, and be amazed by your new independence. Finally, they reach the important point, desire to return. Just imagine they have been thinking connection about you for days, weeks, months. The more you think about it, the clearer it becomes that without you, their lives would be empty. The new people they meet, or the new activities they are doing. Nothing can fill that void. No one can replace you. This desire to return is not just because I miss the good old days, but because they realize your relationship is worth it. There are no two of them. They begin to understand that their life is much better when you are always there, that your relationship used to bring happiness and satisfaction, which they now miss again. But what makes this more interesting? They don't just want to go back to the old you. They are interested in the current version of you. More independent, cooler. They see your independence, your resilience, and how can you live without them? And that makes you attractive in their eyes. Now they might be starting to imagine, how would it feel if you guys could get back together? Make a stronger relationship than before. They think what new conversations you can have now, or a shared experience that will be deeper. because you two have learned a lot. This desire to get back together is a big motivation for them. To try to contact you again, apologize, or say they've changed. They realize that your relationship is special, and the possibility of getting back together makes something better. So the attraction is very strong. So as the desire to get back together grows, your absence begins to speak alone. They began to realize, if I get back with you, maybe it's the only way to fill the void you left behind. Guys, that's all for today.